intimate question. So here's what it is. Let's all be very honest here. So I'm walking into an event the other day and I run into an attractive gentleman sitting outside a barber shop, and he's a businessman. We start talking. I mentioned the book. I just wrote the book, and he said to me, I think that's a really interesting topic, because I think a woman, when she has a few lines around her eyes and she has a little bit of age on her, is very attractive. Now, my boyfriend said to me later, well, honestly, what that was a come-on line to you, but anyway. So what I want to know is, do you think that men are being honest when they say that they really do think women that are over 40, that live life a little, that have that beauty power, they're being honest?
I think if it's a smart and intelligent men, it will.
Yeah.
Because
If they're
get
shallow
old too.
and want
They
the
get
trophy
old
wife
too.
on their arm,
Exactly.
they'll have that.
And they should know that they look funny with a 20-year-old next to them if they're 40 or 50.
Right.
So.
My husband, every day, he tells me I'm beautiful.
Oh.
And if I ever say, but I'm getting some wrinkles here and there, he goes, you look great, and I can tell he really means it. But it's probably because he loves me, So I don't know.
But he's being honest too. Look at you.
But I mean, that's just the best feeling, and that's like my goal, that he never stops.
But don't you think also, like, as we are getting more mature, that we need to, if we don't have a partner, and we're going into another part of our life, don't we think we need to start looking for that? Like having a husband like you have, a man that really sees the beauty, a partner that really sees your beauty.
Yeah.
Because we've had that where we had, honey, you need to do this, you need to do this. Let's gift ourselves with someone who truly sees the beauty.
You should have gotten that guy's phone number.
Oh, there you go.
I know.
Shh, my boyfriend's on the set.
I was talking about for me.
Actually, you know what?
I was going to say
We gotta get that guy up with Bella.
See?
That's perfect. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
Right. I think if men are intelligent, they want a conversation, and they want to be around somebody successful. If they have if they're not that confident, they're intimidated by powerful women. That's all there is to it.
Absolutely.
It's a good point. Intimidation. Yeah.
They feel intimidated a lot of times, but those are the guys that you say, okay, that's the men you don't want. Because if they feel intimidated, it's not for you.
And like we said earlier, with the 20-year-olds versus the over 40s, we really shouldn't be competing. We should be role models for the younger gals. And if the men that are age appropriate for us are going to want to be with a 20-year-old, then let them be, but none of us would be interested in those men.
And I think it's important to inspire each other.
Yeah, I think it's important as role models that we are careful what we say, especially with our daughters. You're tempted when you think you've put on a few pounds, or you see things that aren't, as good as you want them to be. I try to be very careful with my daughter, who's 21, to not say, I'm getting fat, or I'm getting wrinkles, because I want her to grow up being proud of herself and feel good about herself. And she's at that age where I think that's really important. So you've got to model that positive attitude, and no matter how you look, just say life is great and you're great. Don't
love yourself.
love yourself.
That is very
yourself.
important.
Yeah.
Loving ourselves and accepting ourselves before asking that from others.
Right.
That's
And we all have different beauty powers.
absolutely
Beauty power.
We have to own it.
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah, and I think, I like Janet's artist, attire, and just her whole persona is very hip and cool. But that's Janet, see? It's not necessary for everybody. But find out what your strength is, and then let that be what people remember about you. You don't have to be cookie cutter. Oh, this is what everybody else is doing. This is what everybody else is wearing. Oh, the fashion is this. The trend is this. If you like to wear slacks all the time, or a men's suit like Diane Keaton, then do it. But make that your trademark. And Janet's always had a very artistic, flair about her.
Thank you.
No, if you don't mind me, I hope I don't embarrass you, Ray, but can you come out here for a second? Now, this is Ray Christman. She's an up-and-coming hairstylist. Really amazing. She's 20 years old. 20, right?
Come sit on Sally's lap. Come sit on Sally's lap.
And she just has her own personal, this is her. She has her own personal style. She's developing her own style. She's 20 years old. There you go. She's a role model. Ray's a role model. So
Yeah,
there
she
you go.
is. And
That's
she
right.
rocks her look. She's very hip. It looks good on her. You know,
It would not
but
look
it,
good
the hairstyle would not look good on me.
Right.
You know?
That's the point you're making, and that's what made me think to bring Ray out, because that works for her. And if I could see more women figuring out what their personal style is,
What it works for them.
developing
What was
that.
is it your trademark? You always wear hats, but they're really cool hats, you know.
Yeah.
What is your trade? Oh, they have such a flair. They've always got this big scarf wrapped around their neck, or you know, what is it that makes you? You could be very tailored. I think you have a sister who dresses kind of like Martha Stewart.
Yeah,
right?
she's very conservative. She looks beautiful. She's very fit, and I open up my book with Robin. She has a conservative style. That's her style. My style isn't a conservative style. We're different. We both have beauty power. We're different.
Yeah, find out what that style is. Make it your own.